opening. Thank you, Sky. Welcome, sports fans, to another episode of the PBnZ. Hey, we're back in the States, apparently. Like last week we were across the pond, right? Now we're back in the States. And this week, speaking about the States, we're fueled by somebody from the 603 up in Hampton, New Hampshire. We got a little Smutty Nose Brewing going on. What do you got?
I got a Finest Kind IPA.
I got the old brown dog. I love the brown dog.
And we're also back in the PBnZ studio this week after
we are,
a week at Bentwater last week, right?
Thank God, because it's what, like a 91 outside, and what, the heat index is what?
I think it's 94, and the heat index is 102.
Oh,
it's scorching out there.
God.
So we're doing the indoor show this week, and next week though, right? We're going to be back at Bentwater.
Bentwater Brew in Lynn.
They have yoga starting at 11 on Saturday, July 13th. And then after yoga at 12, the tap room's open. You can do a little post-yoga tasting. And PB&Z will be doing their show from the canning room and from the tap room.
I cannot wait to see how they make the beers. I'm looking forward to that. Yes. All right. Hey, let's get right into this, baby. We got a little 2-minute update as we usually do. We got a little DYKs for you. We're going to talk a little World Cup, so going back across the pond, we'll talk a little World Cup recap and the final preview tomorrow, right, for the USA.
Yep.
We got to talk about this NBA free agency stuff because this stuff is out of control after what just happened last night. And then we're going to talk a little Red Sox, MLB, All-Star Game. I, for one, think the Red Sox may be kaput, but we'll talk about that. And then we're going to finish up a little fun thing that PB came up with. Who do you think is the best Division I school for the 4 major sports? Hockey, basketball, football, and baseball. This is a tricky one when you think about it, right?
It is. A lot of colleges are eliminated right off the bat because they don't have hockey.
Yeah, exactly. Unbelievable. I had to think about this. All right. Hey, let me get into the 2-minute update. You hear about this one? The Dodgers beat the Diamondbacks this past week in a walk-off win. What was most impressive, 5 straight base on balls.
Wow.
So 5 guys in a row to walk in the winning run.
That is
5 in a row.
Crazy.
We thought we had pitching problems here in Boston, right? Oh, and by the way, the Yankees, they did move their home run streak up to 31, but it got broke by their crosstown rival, the Mets. Love it. Even though they crushed the Sox. We'll talk about that momentarily out in London. Hey, DYK, interesting one about this already now in Vegas. Who is the top pick for NFL MVP this year?
Gee, is it Mahomes?
He's the top pick. Let me ask you another way, though. Who's the top bet right now? You're going to be surprised for this one. The top bet. He's 30-1, but he's the top money bet right now to win it.
I don't know. Who's it?
Mitchell Trubisky.
Really?
Most money is on Mitchell Trubisky at 30-1 to win the MVP odds already.
Because those are good odds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's worth it. You put $100 on that.
Got a good team around him, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, speaking of across the pond, we got a little Wimbledon update. Big news this week. 15-year-old Coco Gauff, American girl, she beat her idol Venus Williams
in the first round.
And then she won 2 more, including yesterday, a thriller as well. She's doing quite well. She's now in the quarterfinals. She's one of the youngest ever in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And my pick, Angelique Kerber, lost, so she's out. I don't know if I have Federer left. So any other updates? What do you got for us?
Well, I mean, I think Goff's time is up. I mean, she's done great, but she's running into Simona Halep.
Number 7 in the world, right?
Number 7 in the world in her next match. And that is going to be a tough one for her. Serena's still in it. She won today. She beat the 18th ranked player in the world.
Let me ask you a question. So if Coco beats Simona, is she now headed to play Serena next?
I think if the brackets work out, they could be.
Can you see the ratings on that? Huh?
That would be pretty. Imagine, because she'd have Venus Williams in the first round and Serena in what would be the semifinals at that point, right? That would be the round of 8, so it would be the quarters.
Wow! All right.
Yeah.
All right. What else you got?
Sloane Stephens lost today, so she unfortunately.
That was kind of my wild card.
She's one of the top ranked players in the world too.
Yep.
She lost to the 19th ranked player in the world, so she's out.
All right.
So right now, Barty's cruising along.
Okay.
She handled her match today very easily.
Yep.
And I still like her to win this whole thing.
Barty, all right. And the men are all 3 seeds. Of course, the Joker, does he have a bye? Essentially, he's got a bye. There's no one ranked in his side of the bracket, right?
Yeah, he's got an easy path to the finals. I think he's definitely going to make it. I think Roger Federer and Nadal could end up playing each other
In the semis?
maybe in the semis or quarters. And Djokovic he's going to cruise there. I think Federer on Monday will win because he's playing the guy who went. The guy he's playing against.
Yeah, it's a long shot.
But he had to go all 5. He went. There was like 7-6, 7-6, 7-6.
I saw that. Yes.
The Italian guy,
Right,
or something like that.
Right. Okay.
So Federer should be. That guy's going to be exhausted.
Right.
So I'm thinking Federer could win that. But Nadal cruised today. Nadal won his match 6-2, 6-1, 6-2. He's.
But it is grass. It's not clay. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Mr. Clay feet.
It's actually
I don't
6-2,
know.
6-3, 6-2. But yeah,
Okay.
I like him.
All right.
I still like Nadal to get into the finals.
So Nadal against the Joker, but the Joker with his bye basically to the finals, he should win this thing because he'd be rested.
I think so.
And you still like Barty to win the whole thing on the women's side.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Hey, last in the 2-minute update, we have to talk about July 4th, Nathan's hot dog eating contest down in Coney Island. Your pick, Joey Chestnut, he won his 12th championship ever. By the way, I saw this on ESPN. Bill Russell only won 11 championships. This guy's won 12. Hey, but he did not cover. The over-under was 73.5. He came in at 71.
He probably had such a huge lead. He's just like...
Well, it was 90-plus degrees. Who's going to eat hot dogs when it's 90 degrees?
Yeah.
I have a hard time eating when it's 70 degrees. All right, moving on. We got the finals of the Women's World Cup tomorrow. USA!
Yeah.
They got the Netherlands after they beat England, and Netherlands beat...
Sweden.
Swedes, right?
Yeah.
1-0?
Yep, in extra time.
That's right.
They beat Sweden in extra time, and the U.S. that was a tough game against England.
It was.
They were up 2-1. Well, it was tied 1-1. Then they scored to go up 2-1. But what was interesting is England scored in like the 70 something minute.
Yes.
And it got called back on a very close offside.
I saw it in real time and I did not see it.
I didn't see it either. And I'm like, oh my god, the ref's in on the U.S. But then, comma has it, there was a penalty in the box that was not called on the field.
Right.
They reviewed it,
Right.
and they said, that's a PK. So now here England is with a PK. I mean, what are the chances of making a PK? Usually it's in the 80s somewhere, right?
You would think.
And then the
goalie,
Alyssa,
right?
Alyssa, she comes up big on the save. So
and she was kind of the question point in that team, right? Because she never played on the big stage. There was only two other goalies, Brianna Scurry, Hope Solo.
Right.
Now she's there, right?
Yeah, and the other big story of that game was Kristen Press. She was
filling in for Raponi, right?
Filling in for Megan, and she had a header and scored the first goal, I believe it was.
Correct, yes. Yeah.
And then Alex Morgan also scored on a header for the second goal. So it was a fun game to watch, and I'm really excited. It's 11 o'clock tomorrow.
Does Raponi play? I mean, she has a hamstring pull for crying out loud. You just don't bounce back overnight.
I know. Yeah, I'm not sure if she's going to play. I don't know what the word is on that right now.
I mean, they say she is, but I can't believe she's going to be 100%. Would you think she would be?
Yeah, I mean, right. I mean, we'll see, but I'm excited. I can't wait, because tomorrow, 11 o'clock, it's perfect, right?
Oh, God, yeah.
Go watch
you have your brunch, you put it on the Americans, you start drinking beer.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Sunday fun day. Hey, by the way, are the American girls, all their antics, are they now the biggest villains on the world stage today in all the sports?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Americans right now that don't want to watch them. They're turned off by the team.
Even Americans?
Yeah. I was actually talking with a bunch of people today after golf that were not interested in watching it.
You know what? To me, they're the Yankees, the most despised team in America. No, I'm just kidding, New York fans.
Yeah. But the things they do, the things they put on their website, and the T-shirts they're wearing, U.S. versus the world. You know what I mean? U.S. versus everyone. Which, by the way, do you remember our episode when we did greatest rivalries in sports? And I said the U.S. women versus the world.
The world. Yeah, you called that.
Right, exactly.
That's living up to it. All right, moving on. NBA free agency. This thing. We thought it was going to be exciting. It kind of was a week ago Sunday when a lot of stuff happened. Look at the Brooklyn Nets signed everybody. They got Kyrie. They got Kevin Durant. Everybody said they look like the favorites, even though Kevin Durant can't play for another year, so maybe they're the 2021 favorites. And then we had a pass. 4 days went by. Nothing happened at all. All the name players went everywhere. Kemba went to the Celtics, right? Klay Thompson stayed home. But Kawhi didn't do a thing. And then it sat quietly. And then, boom, last night.
2 in the morning.
Kawhi signs with the Clippers. Not only that, they make a trade for Paul George, who arguably might be one of the 10 best players in the game right now. He comes based on a 5 number 1 pick trade, which at that point in time, if you're that good, those number one picks are going to be like the 32nd, 31st player, right? They're going to suck.
Right.
That's going to be worthless, right? I think Oklahoma got screwed out of that deal. So, having said that, when you look at everything that transpired this past week, right? Lakers got no one, essentially, right? Even though they got AD in the trade a couple weeks ago. Brooklyn's now got Kyrie, but Kevin Durant can't play for a year. Philly, oh my God, I can't believe Al Horford, of all places, Horford, really? You go to Philadelphia? One of our arch rivals? Oh my God. Please, Al, don't wear a bodysuit when you come back to Boston. It's all turmoil right now. So what do you think? In your mind, how does the NBA look next year? We got parity, I think. Don't you agree? To some degree?
To maybe. I mean, the West is going to be pretty stacked, right? The West is definitely better than the East.
But there's not one. It's not Golden State and everybody else.
No, because Golden State's going to be there. But, I mean, it's really the Lakers now, the Clippers. You could see those two teams. The Pelicans might be interesting. It seems if Zion could be a one-man show. He's got a decent supporting cast.
Oklahoma will not make the playoffs, so the Pelicans probably take their spot.
And then you got Houston and Portland. There's some other teams in there that could.
And then you got the Nuggets, who did make a
right.
couple little moves as well. And they've got a
team.
good, solid roster to the
do.
South right now. Nuggets might be the surprising team. They might compete with the two LA teams.
Yeah, they could. They could very well.
And then the East is just upside down. Kawhi's gone, so Toronto is probably going to go off the map, right?
Yeah.
Or off the cliff, as Max Kellerman says.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Philly, Milwaukee again, because they still got Giannis, right?
Yep.
And the Celtics, because of Kemba and a couple of small moves they made, may in fact still be right there, right?
Yeah. I think that it's not going to matter in the East. I think the East is just going to get stacked up, and it's going to come playoff time, which is kind of interesting because in the past you've always said the top one or two teams always make it, but look at this year. You know, you did Toronto. You had
I agree.
They were a 2 seed, right?
Yep.
But it's just one of those. The Eastern Conference right now to me is just not as strong as the West. I don't think they're going to see the same.
I agree. Hey, by the way, we played a little competition last week about free agency. We asked agree, disagree, right?
Oh yeah, that was fun.
So we talked about that. We had Kevin Durant. We had him going to the Knicks, and you said no way. You were correct.
I was correct on that one.
All right. We had Kyrie. We said he's going to Brooklyn. You also said no way.
And he did, so I was wrong there.
Okay. We had Kawhi. We said he leaves. You said yes, he leaves. We didn't say what team, but you said he would leave Toronto.
Yep.
You are correct. We had Klay Thompson going to the Clippers. You said yes. Wrong on that one. But then you finished it up strong with Kemba Walker going to the Celtics, and he did. Right. So you were 3 out of 5. What's that, 60%?
60%.
Oh, all right, that's not bad. It's better than what the Red Sox will finish the year at. All right. Hey, you know what? I got another little fun fact for you. I heard this on ESPN this past week. The best NBA trio since the 76-77 merger with the ABA. Who would you pick right now? If you think about the best trios in the NBA since 76-77, 3 players leading their team, what would have been?
Well, of course, just growing up with the Celtics, you'd have to do Parrish, Bird, and McHale. I mean,
exactly!
That's
Best front court ever!
Yeah. When LeBron was down in Miami with Bosch and Wade.
Yeah, they won a couple.
That's a good one. When Jordan was winning all his championships with Pippen and
Rodman. Yep.
That's another one. You could the Golden State with Steph Curry and KD and
Klay Thompson.
And Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
Or Draymond. I mean,
or Draymond for that matter, right? Either one, right?
That could be one. The Lakers with Magic, right? They had Magic and Worthy and Kareem.
That's right. Well, to that point, this pick on ESPN had Magic, Worthy, and Kareem number 1. So your point, that's probably Worthy, right? Duncan, Parker, Ginobili from San Antonio, second.
They won a lot.
They were a good team, but all-time best trio? Oh, my God.
I'm not there.
Jordan, Pippen, Rodman was 3.
Okay.
So you said them. Curry, Durant, Thompson, you mentioned those guys.
Okay.
LeBron, Wade, and Bosh.
Okay.
So, missing was Bird, McHale, Parrish. The best front court ever in the NBA history. Hello? All right, moving on. I'm losing my temper. All right, we're going to move on. Let's talk about something else that's got me really upset right now. The Boston Red Sox. I was going to wear a suit and tie and declare this the wake of the Red Sox. I'll give them till next week after the All-Star break and see if they win a game or two coming out of the break. But after that debacle across the pond in London last week, 50 runs they gave up, and you said, But Z, they scored 21, and they still got crushed, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they won. They had 13 in one, and they had 8 in the other. If you told me that ahead of time, I would have thought maybe 2 wins there. There's 2 wins right there. And it was just, they were long games, 9 hours of baseball over the course of 2 days.
Like a
cricket-esque, right?
Yeah.
But that was just, I think the Yankees, just goes to show you how much better the Yankees are. If you had to put the Yankees and Red Sox in a one-game playoff type of thing, I'd rather have that. It's not going to happen, of course, because the Yankees are going to win the division. But at least there'd be a chance for the Red Sox to win a game.
Right.
But put them in a series, the Yankees are going to smoke them.
You know, PB, we talked about this way back in the wintertime about that bullpen, and we said, I'm not so sure. Because we were both saying, how can a returning, the reigning World Series champion with the whole starting lineup coming back not be one of the top picks? And they didn't fulfill the bullpen, right? They gave up their closer, they gave up one of their other relievers, Joe Kelly, and it just seemed to be question marks all over the place.
Yeah. Well, they're sitting right now at 6 games over 500. They got 47 wins. They're probably on pace right now for, 86, 7 wins maybe.
10 years ago, that might have got you in, but not these days, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think they got to get up over 90 to get that wild card spot.
90's the number, right?
And Evaldi's coming back. Evaldi could be in the pen. They're saying he may be the closer.
That's an interesting one. I wanted to ask you about that one. So, apparently, when he was a free agent, there was a lot of conversation about teams wanting to make him a closer, and he said, no way, and he wasn't going to go to them. Now, the Sox are going to make him a closer. Is he going to accept this, you think?
Yeah, I mean, they talked to him about it. I saw an interview that he had, and he said
he's okay with it.
He wants to help the team. He'd be okay with middle relief right now. He wants to just get his arm back. He wants to help the team, and I think that might be a good spot for him.
Okay. I agree with you. I want to make sure his mind's right.
If
he's acceptance of it.
1 game playoff right now, right?
Yeah.
They make the playoffs. Let's just say they make the playoffs, right?
Okay.
We said they got to get to 90. They're not on pace to do that.
Yep.
Last year, Tampa Bay, by the way, had 90 wins and didn't make the playoffs. St. Louis had 88 wins, and those were the 2 best teams in the American National League, respectively, that did not make the playoffs.
88 didn't make the playoffs, and 90 didn't make the playoffs.
So they got to get at least 90, right? But anyway, they're not going to win the division. Can we agree to that?
No, they're 11 games out. They got to go past 2 teams, not just one.
So 1 game wild card. Who do you put on the hill?
I would say right now, David Price.
Yeah, that's who I would go with too. I'd say Price.
Would we have said that a year ago at this time?
No, not
at all. It's right.
I'd go Price, and then I'd probably have Sale lined up to either set up or close the game in the 8th or 9th inning.
I will say, I'll put one other though. If Price only goes 5, Erod has to pitch in the 6th. Don't you think so?
Yeah, you bring all your guns out.
You have
bring
to,
all
right?
your guns out for that. You put Erod in there. And then, Sale might be your closer for that game. Just come in.
So that's a good one. Let's think about that for a second. Because Sale right now is struggling once he gets to the 2nd time around or 3rd time around the batting order, right?
Yeah.
What about him?
I know. Put Evaldi in rotation.
Once Evaldi's arm's strong enough, put him back in the rotation, make Sale the closer?
Yeah, that'd be interesting, huh? But he will, in the playoffs, you could see, I could see them, Sale makes a start. If he goes 5 innings or 6 innings in a start, you could close him. Maybe not in the next game, but the game after that, you could use him as the closer.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a little bit crazy, but the way this game is played nowadays, it's so crazy. The fact that managers don't want the starters to face a lineup a 3rd time in a game.
Yeah,
right? Who would have thought about that like 10 years ago for crying out loud?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question though. Think about this. So we just said the Sox can't make the division because they got to jump 2 teams and they're already 11 behind the Yankees.
Yeah.
But they're tied for 4th in the wild card, so they got to jump 2 teams theoretically in the wild card standings as well. Is that a mountain?
Well, they're all bunched together right now. You have Tampa Bay is a half game up, and then you have Cleveland that's a half game back.
Okay.
And then you have both the
Texas,
Rangers and the
Oakland, right?
Well, the Rangers and Red Sox are 2 back, and I think Oakland's only 1.5 back.
Okay.
So there's 5 teams right now vying for 2 spots that are all within 2 games of each other.
Okay.
So that's at this point in the season, that's so close that so many things could happen. What's going to happen is one of those teams is going to go on a 10, 12 game win streak, or they're going to win 18 out of 21, or something like that. And then they're just going to emerge as the clear one of the wild cards, and then the other 3 or 4 teams will be fighting for that other one.
All right, let me ask you a question once more about the Sox. Who are the fall guys for this right now? Cora, Dombrowski, players. What do you think? Who are the fall guys?
You got to put Sale on that list.
Sale's 1.
I mean, Sale's 3-8. So if he was just 8-3 instead of 3-8,
It's a 5-game difference.
well, it's a 10 game.
There you go.
Right. I mean, there'd be 10 more games over 500 than they are.
Right.
I mean, you're right. It's a 5-game difference in the standings, but there'd
Right.
be 10 more games over 500 than they are now.
Right.
So what are they? They're 6 over. They would be 16 over.
So Sales won.
So Sales won for sure. I'd have to say Mookie to some, even though he just made the All-Star game.
Which I don't think he should have.
I don't think
Devers
he should've.
probably should have made it before him.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
He's only batted .264. Although I will give you a credit point, Mookie. He is first in runs, and he's I think third in on-base percentage in the league. Which at .264, when you're third at on base,
Yeah,
he's getting walks,
and
right?
he's rounding the bases.
But to your point, he's a fall guy. I think JD has to be a fall guy as well.
Higher expectations, so there would be a fall guy there. And JD, I put JD in that category too.
Yeah,
he's not playing. He's playing average. He's playing above average.
But we expect him to be MVP caliber. He's not
Yeah.
MVP caliber, right?
No, he's not. No.
And the All-Star game, thank God Bogarts made it. Yeah, I know it's an injury replacement. But
Yeah, for Hunter Pence.
God, I mean, can you name 2 other shortstops better than him in the American League? Carlos Correa obviously is right there, but he's been off and on. He's been injured all year, right? You can't give him over Bogarts.
Yeah, I like Zandon. He should be there.
Wow. And then Devers, I mean, what a snub,
That's
right?
the biggest snub job ever.
So right now, if I asked you, who are the best players in each league at this point in time in the season? Now that we're at the All-Star
American
break.
League, you got to go Trout, right?
The guy's a legend.
He is.
I agree with you. Mike Trout, man. Huh.
He's great. In the National League, there's a couple you can put in there. I'm going to go with my pick that I said was the best 1-2 punch in baseball team. I predicted to win.
Here we go, Denver. Here we go, Denver.
I know.
What do you guys do to him when he goes there?
Nolan Arenado. I'm going to say he's the best in the American League.
Okay, all right. What about Christian Yelich? He's the reigning MVP.
Yeah, Yelich
He
is
leads
good.
the league in home runs.
Yeah.
He hasn't fallen off at all. And Cody Bellinger from the Dodgers, that guy hits every ball. It doesn't matter where it's thrown. A lot like Devers. Both of them can. Bellinger's having a great year. Devers having a good year. Got snubbed from the All-Star game. Let's go a different direction, PB. Who are the guys that are most disappointing this year in Major League Baseball right now at the All-Star break?
Well, I mean, I hate to throw Mookie under the bus again, but I'm going to have to say, coming off of the season he had last year, MVP, what he's doing, I'm not there with Mookie.
I can agree with you.
Yeah.
I can agree. I know he's having a decent year on base percentage that we talked about earlier, runs, but .264 batting average. He's the reigning MVP. Yelich has got 31 dingers. He's hitting over 300.
Yeah.
He's the MVP in the NL. And
Speaking of NL, who's your disappointment over there?
I'm gonna love this. I know. You always say we're gonna be easy on our fans down in Philadelphia, but Bryce Harper. Disappointment, Bryce. I'm sorry. $380 million, whatever the heck it was, $400 million, and you're not showing up, dude. Not showing up.
No.
Would you agree?
I would absolutely agree. And I mean, I picked Philly to win the World Series. And
You
part of the
did.
reason
I think you
why
had 9 of them on the All-Star team, for
And
Christ's
they'll even
sake.
win the division. Atlanta's starting to pull away, and one of the reasons is because of Bryce.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to another fun little topic. Before we go there, I got to ask you about the MLB home run hitting contest, because this is interesting. So it's always an interesting segue, the All-Star game, but the home run hitting contest. This year, they still struggle to get stars. The only star they really have, I think, is Christian Yelich. He's the favorite, right?
Yeah.
But what I like about this year is there's 3 dudes on there whose salary doesn't even equal to what the pot is. It's a $1 million pot. The winner gets $1 million. 3 kids are in that competition don't even make $1 million, which I can't believe. But anyways, there are.
Yeah.
They have to be geared up for this
Oh
thing.
my God! I mean, think about it. You
Yeah.
hit a few dingers, double your salary.
Or triple it, maybe.
It's like,
Who knows?
it's like a game at the carnival.
Hey,
Hit a home run, win $1 million. Step right up. Double your salary.
The All-Star Carnival game. The home run hitting derby. That's beautiful. And I'm picking Vlad. He's one of those guys under me. And Vlad Jr., I'd like him to win the whole thing. All right. Let's move on to the college world.
Yes.
Little D1 college sports. 4 major sports college programs. Baseball, basketball, football, hockey. Who's playing all 4 and who does it well? And you asked me to think about this a little bit. I'm struggling with it, man. I am struggling with it. I know you're going to go right out and talk about the top dog, but Who is that?
Well, I mean, right away you got to eliminate, unfortunately, all the SEC teams. They don't have hockey, right?
Yes. Hey, Alabama, where are you for hockey? Huh?
And then you move out west, you're not going to have much there. The one surprising team in this whole mix, so that's not from the Northeast or Midwest,
You said this.
is Arizona State.
Who knew Arizona State had a hockey team?
And they're a good one. They made the tournament
Yeah,
for the
they were
Frozen
in the
Four
16, right?
last year, a couple of years, I think, in a row now. Baseball team is formidable. Their basketball teams is usually in there. Football teams,
Yeah.
they're right there. But, not going to compare them with the Midwest and the Northeast, right?
The Big Ten has got to be the
Big Ten's
got
right? You got the top dog, Michigan, right? Michigan's come so close. They just lost the College World Series after going up 1-0, lost 2-1 to Vandy, right? They made the Final Four in basketball. They were in the finals in hockey against Notre Dame 2 years ago.
Correct.
I think it was Notre Dame.
Oh my God,
right?
Notre Dame, yeah.
Or in the semis or whatever against Notre Dame, but they ended up losing that.
Yep.
And their football team is obviously a legendary team, right?
Legitimate, yeah. They were a couple
Tom
plays from
Brady's
being
school.
in the Tom Brady's school
Right.
was almost in the playoffs this year.
So that's definitely in there. But you look at Michigan State, Wisconsin, Northwestern,
Ohio
State, Penn State. They're all part of that same equation. But I don't think anyone touches Michigan there.
And you mentioned the other program, which I absolutely hate, the Yankees of college sports.
Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. Yeah,
Yes.
they're definitely in that category for sure. Especially with the way their hockey team has evolved over the last several years.
Yeah.
In Boston College, they
BC!
I mean, historically they've had good teams.
I mean, they play all four sports. This year they were in the NCAAs for baseball. They're always in there for hockey, right?
Right. Yeah.
Basketball has been down a few years, but they've had some great programs.
Yeah.
Football's consistently.
Yeah.
And what do I love to say? Whenever those teams from Clemson, Florida State, and Miami come up to the Heights to play a football game.
How's your hockey team doing now?
How's your hockey team? Hey, Dabo, how's the Clemson hockey team this year? Ha! There is not one.
Yeah.
I love it.
Take your orange and blue and your
Yeah.
little tiger paw.
Get a fourth sport.
Shove it up your
Be a real school.
freaking Clemson ass.
Yeah, you have room for a hockey arena there. Come on now.
Yeah.
All right. I like it.
It's not even a real school. It's not a real school. It's
You
not.
don't have a fourth sport. Come on now. Give me a break. All right. Good segue. I like that. I like the segment. All right, man. So next week, we got another good week coming up. We're going to be out at Lynn, Mass.
Yes.
Back at our favorite brewery, the Bentwater Brewery in Lynn, Massachusetts. Those guys, ever since we hooked up with them in Greenwood, they've been awesome to hang out with, right? Robin and the crew, right?
Robin, yeah, she's PR over there. Jean runs the tap room.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a nice spot. We're going to go out there. We're going to hang out. We're going to do a little
I don't even believe this. They have yoga in the tap room.
Yeah.
On Saturday mornings.
Saturday the 13th, we'll be there at 11 for the yoga class. Not that we're going to participate. We'll be scoping.
We will not be participating.
We'll be putting a few back. We'll be scoping out our areas, but we're going to do some of our episode in the canning facility.
Yeah, right in the brewery area.
And then we'll probably do some post-yoga in the tap room, right?
All right.
It's going to be fun.
I cannot wait. We'll see you next Saturday, 13th, in Lynn, Mass. Bentwater Brewing.
Yep.
Thank you.
11 a.m. for yoga, 12 o'clock for the show.
All right, man.
All right.